Welcome to Perspectives in Mobile, the news podcast from the Mobile Ecosystem Forum. Join us discussing the world of telecommunications, technology, and mobile innovations. From London, Dario Betty, MEF CEO.
Hello and welcome. This is Dario Betty. It's a pleasure to start our Perspectives, our podcast, looking at what people are thinking, seeing, and expecting from the world of mobile. This is our first of our podcasts, is our first interviews. The first time that we look at somebody else and what they think about the world, but we couldn't start with a better person than these. We're starting with the user of our mobile services, specifically for voice messaging and enterprise services, with so much we've been talking about. So I'm very glad to introduce to you Daniela Carvalho. Daniela is a lash artist and an educator. Now, I can vouch that she's super busy and super loved by her customers. So very welcome, very happy to have Daniela here.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Daniela.
Thank you for having me.
Daniela, this is a very interesting topic for me. I mean, first of all, we're talking about applying mobile, but on something I don't know about.
Yeah.
Anything. Tell me, what is a lash artist? I can maybe understand. And also an educator?
Yes.
What do you do?
So I do semi-permanent eyelash extensions. So I have my client base, and I also mentor new lash artists that are newly qualified, that need a little bit of help getting to know the industry. And I just help them just kind of navigate starting a business, just being independent and entrepreneurs. So I just help them out with that a little bit.
Oh, wow. So two sides. And the first question to you really here is, does mobile help you in any of that?
I can't be without my phone.
Oh, here we go. I would say this is Gen Z. Absolutely.
I need it. I need it for everything. Like, I'm not without my phone ever. My business is run on my phone.
And let me know, what do you use within your phone for your business? What kind of things?
Mostly WhatsApp. So I talk to my clients on there. I have like private broadcast lists for my individual clients. So that's basically where they ask me anything with like appointments, any questions they have, any inquiries, they talk to me on WhatsApp. Instagram as well, very important for me. And I also sort out my schedule on the phone as well.
So I'll stop you there. Plenty for us to talk about. And on WhatsApp, is it WhatsApp Business or your usual account?
WhatsApp Business.
And how did you find out WhatsApp Business? What made you discover, voila, it's available?
I think it was just like an advert on Instagram.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. And so when I first started out as a lash artist, I used to give people my personal phone number. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure you can imagine at 2 a.m, people would message me like, hi, can I have an appointment? And I just didn't have like the work-life balance that I wanted because I was too accessible. So I started off with getting a virtual phone number.
Okay.
So I got myself like an 020 number that goes directly to my phone. But then that only allows people to call me. And I thought I want like an option for messaging. So that's when I saw the WhatsApp for Business. And I linked that to the 020 number that comes to my phone. So you're thinking you're messaging like a 020 number or calling it, but it's my personal phone, but you don't know that.
Oh, okay.
So then I can also set like business hours on WhatsApp Business. So I'm not as accessible anymore, which is nice. So when people call me, like message me at crazy times, they get an automated message like, I'll get back to you.
Oh, wow. Because you see, I immediately always think about engagement and how you want to talk to your customers. But this is really about protecting yourself from your customers and how much they want to be engaged.
Exactly. I feel like you need boundaries in business. If you don't have the boundaries, then you kind of start feeling like you're just working all the time. I used to be out with my friends at the club and clients would be messaging me and I'm like, 1 second, just reply to the message. My friends are like, it's 11 p.m, you're off work. And I'm like, I know, but they've seen that I've read the message now, so I need to reply. Whereas now I just get the notification and I just don't even, I think, what time is it? 9 p.m, I finished work, it's Sunday night, I'm not replying.
And you said as well that you have your own broadcast group. So how does that work?
Yes. So, on WhatsApp Business, you can just create like the broadcast lists. Mm-hmm. I basically have a private lash membership for clients. And that just makes them feel a bit more exclusive. So when I release my appointments to the general public, my personal clients that are on the broadcast list have already booked their appointments in.
Lots of interesting things. I have to stop you for a second. First of all, you release your appointments. How do you release it? How does it work?
So on my booking system, Acuity Scheduling, I think they're partnered up with Square now, Squarespace, I think. I can basically block out my calendar. So say like right now, it's blocked out from the 1st of December till like the end of the year where you can't book it. So at the moment, you can only book appointments for October and November.
Okay.
Everything else is blocked off. So on the 1st of every month, I release the appointments for the following month. But the clients on the Lash membership, they can book that in way before the 1st.
Oh, I love that already. And tell me more about how do I become a member then?
It's a subscription service.
So
You sign up to the subscription, you pay a monthly fee depending on how often you want to get your lashes done, what kind of style you want the lashes to be like. And you just pay a monthly fee, and then that gives you 2 or 3 appointments a month, and then you're sorted with appointments. That's all pre-booked. My clients don't need to worry about going on the website, booking themselves in, fighting for appointments, because I am quite busy. My appointments are limited.
I can vouch to that again. She's super busy. I can see.
So yeah, they don't need to fight for that. It's peace of mind.
Peace of mind. And so let me go back to how do you support that? So you say it's Acuity? Is that what
Acuity, scheduling.
Scheduling. Would you manage that and the subscription as well?
Yes. So you can sign up to the subscription through my website. It's all on the booking system.
Oh, fantastic. And then once you've done that, do you just move to your WhatsApp broadcast group?
Yes. So the clients that sign up to the membership on my website, they're already clients that I know, that I already have them. And I obviously try to move them from being just the once a month clients into the clients that come regularly twice a month. So once they've signed up to it, I just send them a message. Welcome to the membership. Please save this number, because with WhatsApp, you can't send a broadcast to a person that doesn't have your number saved.
Okay, yes.
Which is annoying. So I have to let them know, please save this number so you can receive all the messages and broadcasts that I have to send you privately. And once to do that, I have it all on the list on the broadcast. And then I just send one message and it sends it out to the people that are on the subscription.
So let me ask you a question for some of the people that might be listening. Not SMS. You wouldn't use SMS?
No.
Why?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I just prefer WhatsApp.
And I guess it comes with right now in UK where we are, everybody uses it for personal messages as well, WhatsApp as well.
But then again, I think it is because it's my personal phone. If I had like a separate business phone, I wouldn't mind SMS.
Oh, okay.
But because it's going to my personal number, I can just open up WhatsApp. It's an app. It's not, I don't know, it's not as strict and as like, I don't know, I just don't feel so tied down to needing to be on it all the time. Okay. Whereas like my friends, my family, they message me on iMessage on my phone.
So we got an Apple user here.
Yes, I'm an Apple user. I'm Team Apple.
So we got, as your Team Apple, then I'm going to try something that you might not have heard. On the Android side, RCS and Android messages is an equivalent of WhatsApp. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I've never heard of it.
We're not surprised because it's still building up its subscriber base, if you want. And would you be interested in having multiple at this point? If you got WhatsApp on an app, WhatsApp app, WhatsApp for business?
Yeah.
Would you see yourself using another app, or do you like the fact that it's all into one single area? I
like it in one single area because then I feel like I'm managing too much, and it is just me, so I need to limit how much work I give myself. So I like that one day I can just wake up in the morning, go through all the messages on one app and deal with that, because I also have Instagram that clients message me on, so I like to just take it one app at a time. I don't want to have too many ways of communication. Okay. It might get a bit confusing for me.
Let's talk about Instagram then. I mean, it seems to be perfectly fitting because it's advertising, it's pictures of your work, on your artist work, on eyelashes and so on. But how did you come to it? Does it really work?
I mean, I'm not on Instagram as much as I used to be before.
And before, I said, why is that?
Well, I've been a business owner for 8 years now. So when I first started off, Instagram was popping. Instagram was the place
Everywhere,
to be.
yeah.
Right. So I was on that and I was posting regularly. But I think now that I'm also on Google, my business is on Google, I'm having a lot of clients coming through from Google. So I don't feel the need to be on Instagram as much posting because I'm getting them organically anyway.
Oh, so is it Google Business? Is it the
Yes.
search through?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you search like eyelash extensions, North London, I would come up.
Okay.
So because I think I'm just reaching people more organically that way. So I don't really want to be like on the social side of things that much, especially because my work is like, I'm literally doing the eyelashes myself. It's just me. I haven't really got time to create the content, post it, make sure the post is nice, make sure it's edited nicely. I just don't really have the time for it. So I just go on Instagram, look at my DMs, look at my requests, reply to people, and then just tell them any more questions, send me a WhatsApp.
I think for the older person like me, DMs is a
Direct
direct
messages.
message. Just in case. I know the feeling if you're listening. It used to be me. But that's interesting because you were saying social was very important,
Yeah.
potentially to establish yourself. It seems
Yeah.
to be. It was your advertising kind of thing.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you need a less, and you can just have organic
Yeah,
traffic.
yeah. I feel like sometimes with Instagram, I don't know, it's like you're kind of forced to post, but then you start getting clients organically, people that say, oh, my friend told me about you, oh, I found you on Google, and I don't know, it just feels better to me. I prefer that.
And I guess you moved away from acquiring customers to keep them engaged with your subscription services.
Yes.
I mean, your base.
Yes. I like to just create more of a private experience, more personal, instead of me just like posting and saying, come and get your lashes done, come and see me. I like to just, once I get a client, I like to keep them instead, rather than keep looking for more clients. So I just want to make it like a luxury service, very personable. You're just dealing with me directly, the company owner. You know, I just want it to be very luxury.
Wow. You are the embodiment of something we call conversational commerce here.
Oh, okay.
It's fantastic. What you're saying is you engage people, make them, into a dialogue.
Yeah.
Rather than just working about broadcasting messages.
Right. Yeah.
And is it exclusive? That's not. Where is exclusivity? Is the fact that you treat each one of them and you talk to each one of them.
I do. Yeah. I have clients that come into their appointments and I'm like, so how was that wedding you went to last month? And they're like, how do you remember that? And I just remember things about my clients. I think it's very, very important. Customer service is very important to me. Customer service has to be number one in every single thing that I do. So yeah, just having that experience of like me sending my clients the messages, even clients that are mums on WhatsApp, I'll send them Happy Mother's Day.
Oh.
My clients on Christmas, I'll send them Merry Christmas, Eid, Happy Eid. I just like to create that experience, and even just like them seeing their phone, seeing that their lash tech message them. I think that's so nice. But obviously, I don't do it because they're gonna think it's nice. That's just how I am. It's part of the customer service for me.
Wow. And in that case, I probably need to ask as well, that's a lot of work. And you're saying you're busy.
Yeah.
Would you ever be tempted to say, maybe somebody can help me with these? Or is that too personal? How does it work?
I have been tempted. I'm not going to lie. I have been tempted many times. But I'm not actively looking for someone to help me. If someone was to, I don't know, come into my life and if it just lined up, then I'll say, do you know what? Okay, I think this person can take over. But for now, I'm not actively looking for it.
And if we got people here listening to this podcast, some of them work in all of this stuff, and from the big device makers to the big company software out there, what would you like to ask them, given that they do all of these things? What's missing out there in your WhatsApp business, in your Google business, or anything else? What would you say?
What's missing?
What would make your life easier?
I don't know. It's funny because you asked me sitting down here and I'm like, I can't think of anything. But I'm sure in my day-to-day, I'm like, it would be so much easier if I could do this.
And you mentioned before the questions of sending messages on WhatsApp. It
Yeah.
doesn't allow you as much. That kind of almost, is it advertising or is it not? To people that haven't saved the phone number.
Yeah.
is it a question of keeping your active people that have signed up, or that verified from something else, which is not having your phone number inside their memory?
It is quite frustrating not having, needing people to have the number saved in order for me to just send them a message on the broadcast list. But then on the other side of it, I wouldn't want someone just sending me a broadcast message if they've just messaged me once, So I feel like it's a complaint for me as a business owner, but then I can understand it from a customer point of view. You do want to give consent to people messaging you. I hate when I get random messages. I don't like it. So I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle about it, because as a business owner, I would really love it if I can just send messages to everyone that has shown interest in my business, everyone that has just sent me a little WhatsApp saying, are you open today? Or how much do you charge for this? I would love to just be able to have them on the list, send them a message just to remind them hey, I'm here. If you ever want your lashes done, get in contact with me, rather than having to message them and say, hey, I want to add you to a private members list. Can you save my number?
Okay.
But I can see it from both sides.
Well, it's nice to see that consent is a word that you use. It's very important.
Yeah.
'Cause we, within the mobile ecosystem forum, really struggle sometimes to tell big company how consent is. And we got you here that you've worked it out all by yourself. I mean, it's surprising. I think some people take notes.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. But and let me ask you then the other side, because we've talked about your artist eyelashes studio. But what about the educator part? And how does that work? And are you using your mobile and Instagram and WhatsApp business for that too?
I am. So I guess that's kind of where I do use Instagram quite a bit, because I like to use Instagram more for education now rather than promotion of my actual business. I like to just educate people on safety, how to carry out eyelash extensions properly, how to do the treatments, how to make your clients feel like they're special. And then I get people reaching out to me asking if I do mentoring sessions, which I do. But I have that all on my website. I kind of just wait for people to reach out to me, because I wouldn't want to feel like someone's looking at my business and thinking that I need help and asking for help from it. I like for people to realize it themselves.
Oh, okay. And in terms of a business model, I need to ask, so if I want to start and I come to you, do I then pay you for some support? And I book sessions with you just like I would book, and you spend some time?
Exactly. So I offer my mentoring sessions on Sundays and Mondays. Those are my days off from the business, from actually doing eyelash extensions. And people can just book that in online, and then I have a form where they can say what areas they want help in. And then before that session, I kind of just create a pack for them with everything that they've wanted help with.
Okay. So
if they say, oh, I'm having difficulties with how much glue I should use on the eyelash extensions, I'm having issues with, I don't know, doing a certain treatment or retaining my clients, I kind of just create a little pack for them, give that to them at the end of the session for them to take home. That will kind of say just what we go over in the session. It will be written down for them so that they remember it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. I'm still surprised. I mean, it's a true entrepreneur. Can I say that, Daniela?
Thank you.
You're multiplying your businesses out there. And I'm still surprised by how much mobile is around there. But you said you use a website as well.
I have a website.
Is that access from PC? Do you still use a mobile? How do you do it? Because you seem to be on the move constantly. So
Yeah. So I'm quite bad with my website. I will probably once a month load it up on the laptop, make sure everything is okay, make sure all the information is accurate. And then I go on my phone, see how the website is presented on mobile. And then I'm like, okay, that's sorted for now.
Okay, let it sleep for a bit. I'll come back to it. But your real day-to-day life is on a mobile phone.
Yeah, it's on a mobile.
So 2 questions or more on that relationship with mobile. First of all is we've talked about WhatsApp Business. We talked about SMS, RCS. We talked about Instagram. I haven't heard you mentioning Facebook, which is part of that big family of WhatsApp and so on. And is it something you're still using or is it not?
I have my business on Facebook.
Okay.
But I don't really use it.
And why is that?
My generation, we're not really on Facebook.
Oh, you're talking to somebody with his pre-Facebook, so
I don't know.
that made me feel.
I don't want that to come across wrong, but that's why I'm on Google,
Oh,
because I
okay.
feel like Google and Facebook are linked in a way.
Okay, so by search we'll find
By
you
search,
anyway.
Exactly.
And in that case, trying to look cool and hip here, what about TikTok? Is that something that would interest you?
Yes, but I just don't have the time.
Okay.
So do you know what? For TikTok, that's probably the area that I would say I want someone to come in and help me deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's because you have to make the content.
The videos.
Yeah, you have to put it together. I don't have too much time for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. That does require some,
Yeah.
and that's why we're doing an audio podcast.
Exactly. I'm with it. I love this. I love this. I'm here. I'm present. I like it.
Oh, great. So Instagram understood. And is there anything else out there that you think as an entrepreneur, I think I need to understand that bit?
I would love to get into Pinterest.
Oh, Pinterest. Oh,
Yeah. I think Pinterest is on a rise again.
Oh, yeah, because it used to be, and we're talking about 5-6 years ago.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like now it's kind of coming back. People don't sit on their phone scrolling on Instagram anymore or Twitter. People are on Pinterest because it's easy going. You're not being forced adverts. You just search for what you want and it's on there. So I would love to understand it more and understand how it can help me grow my business.
Okay. Also, the curated collection of content.
Yeah.
So much content out there. Now you start trusting some people to say these are the people I like.
Exactly. And you can kind of control more what you see because you literally search for it and it appears. You don't open the app and see like negativity.
Oh, interesting.
You don't see that.
That it's surprising, but very, not so surprising in the end. The fact you mention it, we do a survey every year on people, and that's really emerging somehow.
Yeah.
But the experience is felt with lots of negative, hate and so on.
Yeah.
Does that issue? Is that an issue for somebody that's got a business that you're going to be? My message is going to be next to something which is not very positive.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Or even like myself, when I open up the app like Instagram or Twitter and I want to post, and then the first thing I see is just something that's just negative. It just puts me off because now I'm like, oh my gosh, this is now consuming me, and I'm not in the right energy to convey the message that I want to, put out there properly.
Put you down and then
Yeah, I like good vibes, good energy at all times. So I think that's why I stay away from Instagram quite a lot. I think it's very negative, very negative, and so is Twitter.
And so is Twitter as well.
Yeah.
Well, interestingly, even rebranded, I should say, now in X. Do you like the X?
Oh
brand?
yeah, X. It's X now, isn't it? I don't like it.
Oh, okay.
I think I will still call it Twitter.
It sounds fun.
Yeah, I don't like X. I don't know.
It's pretty anonymous. I think.
Yeah.
But here we go. you can have a word. We can have a word with Mr. Musk.
Right. Maybe we can sit down with him one day. Just
when?
ask him what's that about.
We'll invite him for tea.
We'll invite him.
Well, I think that's all we have time for today. But before I let you go, it's incredible. But 8 years in the business.
Yes.
Obviously, a very young generation Z or whatever comes next, I think. But what would be your advice for somebody opening a business right now and looking at mobile to use it?
Use your resources. Everyone has a phone. Mostly everyone has a phone. Use it. That's it. Like, it's what you need is right in front of you. And I think just take the leap, make the jump. Don't think about it too much. Don't think about, oh, if I send this person a message about my business, they might not reply. That's fine. Just send it anyway. They will see it anyway. It doesn't matter. Just do it. Just go for it. Live your life.
Go for it. Live your life. And you had something else there, but I'd like to point it out. You heard about have your work and life balance.
Yes.
You managed to separate them.
Yes.
And create a fantastic experience, which is great. I
Yeah.
mean, the curated attention you put to that. I thought it was quite unique, by the way.
Thank you. I try. When I first started, I was working from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m, having clients all day, and it was emails because they didn't have my number yet. So I was talking to them via email, on my phone, of course, all the time. And then that's when I moved to WhatsApp. But then that didn't go well because it was my personal number. So it was very, very important for me very early on to create a really good work-life balance, because I notice when I'm not doing well in business, like when I'm just too consumed, my business is not, I'm not giving it my 100%. And I never want to get to a point where I can't give my business 100% because I'm overwhelmed by messages and people flooding me with just inquiries. My brain doesn't work well like that.
I think you got a more opportunity for your business. You could be a coach as well next.
Thank you.
Here we go. But for today, until we invite you next as a coach,
I'd love to come back.
it's a big thank you for Daniela Carvalho, an artist as well as an educator, and definitely a Generation Z that has got lots to teach to all the other generation around you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Perspectives in Mobile. Join us next as we explore telecoms, technology, and mobile innovations. Stay tuned, stay connected, and let's unlock the mobile potential together.